Hey guys, welcome back to Flash Custom Transfers. If you're new here, my name is Shelly. If not, welcome back. Welcome back. Today we are doing part 2. If you have not checked out part 1, shopping for a retail location, please check that out. This is part 2 of the series, What's Shopping for a Retail Location. So welcome back. Today we are going to talk about, the first part was everything you need to know when shopping for, as far as, I'm just going to do a quick run through as far as how many square feet you need, how much you're willing to pay, check out your competitors in that area, check zoning, things like that. So if that's something you're interested in, please check out the first video. This video is part 2. Once you pick a retail location and now you are talking to the property manager, let's say you found this beautiful location here. You and your realtor will meet with the property manager, and then you would come, you would look at the location, and this is where we pick up. What do I need to tell this property manager? What do I need to know? And things like that. So the first thing they always try to get you is, not always try to get you, but whenever they're saying, yeah, go ahead. If you sign a 3-year lease, you get 3 months free. Sounds great. With experience, we learned that that's not as great as it sounds. So when you sign a 3-year lease, you get 3 months free. You need to know, is CAM included in the 3 months? So we're gonna get to what CAM is. CAM is Common Area Maintenance, which is, I got the definition here for you. Common area maintenance, the cost your business pays for the areas of commercial building that are common to all tenants. So kind of like everything out in the parking lot, the cleanup, the power washing, the lights, everything outside of your building that's the common area. So anything that they pay, we get charged a monthly fee to keep up the CAM, the common area maintenance. So whenever they say 3 months free, they don't include common area maintenance in that. So let's say that our rent is, how much is our rent? $1,500. Let's say the rent is $1,500. And then the common area maintenance is $500 a month. So your total is $2,000. They say, hey, you sign 3 years, sign 3 years, you get 3 months free. Perfect, that sounds great. You're still responsible for the $500 a month, just not responsible for the $1,500 a month. So that can get confusing and they don't clarify that for you. So please keep a lookout. Hey, 3 months, I get 3 months free. Is my CAM included in that 3 months? Great question to ask. And they'll be able to answer that. So ours was not. They weren't clear with that. We did get it taken care of, so it all worked out. Like I said, they typically don't tell you about the common area maintenance because, you wouldn't go for that if you knew. Be sure to ask, while we're on the common area maintenance subject, be sure to ask if that's included in the rent or is that separate. Like I said, it can be separate, it can be in the rent. It just depends on how your property manager handles their retail location. Second thing we need to know is, do they offer free build out? So if we get this retail location and it is empty, I need some walls, I need a window, I need a door. Do you offer free build out? And yes or no? Or do you have a budget for a build out? Before we got this retail location, there was another one that we were interested in. They said, hey, we will, you have a $19,000, I think it was $19,000, was it 19? We have a $19,000 budget and you can do whatever you want. You can build it out however you want for $19,000. Free, not free money, but here you go, that's your budget. And we were like, what? So we had to do our due diligence, like, is it worth? We had to figure out how much is it gonna cost to build these walls? How much is it gonna cost to get this window for this door? Is everything we need going to be covered in this $19,000 budget? It was overwhelming because it was a brand new shopping center. So they were trying to get people, that was a good incentive. We're like, oh, we can start in a brand new building. We can have it just the way we want it. That also took time, which we didn't have at that time. We were ready to get it rolling. So we found this location and they did free build out. We had to get it approved, of course, but we're like, hey, we want this wall with these windows and we want this door, and that's all we want. And they're like, perfect, we can do it for you. It gets complicated because we were at another location and we wanted the floors. They're like, the floors we can't do, we can do this, we can do that. So it's all negotiable. So always ask. These are things that I need to know. Free build out. Is there a build out budget? And about the CAM. So just to recap on that. Other things you need to know when you're talking to property manager about your potential retail location is your sign. Some shopping centers have a strict rule on how they want all their signs to look. So if you drive around and you look at different shopping centers, you can see it's a very uniform sign, or everyone has a unique sign. So double check on what your retail location is asking of for a sign. So that is, ask them. With that being said, can I start with a banner? Do I have to have my sign already put in? Some shopping centers are very strict. They don't want banners, they don't want signs, they want everything very uniformed and professional. So those are things, hey, can I start with the banner? Yes or no? You can ask them, do they have a sign guy that they use, for discount, things like that? Hey, who do you use? When we moved in, they hooked us up with their sign guy that does everyone's signs here. Very reasonable, very kind. He already knew, our location. So he was really informative on what needs to be done. And like I said, it was at a discount as well. Ask about the sign on the marquee by the road, if that is included, or do we pay that separately? Here at our retail location, they included our sign on the marquee for free. We just had to pay for our sign on top of our retail location, which is amazing. Not all shopping centers offer a free marquee. Lastly, when talking to the property manager about your potential retail location, I mentioned earlier about negotiation. Hey, is there room for negotiation? Or is this an as-is purchase, monthly purchase, as is? For example, we were looking at this location. I mentioned their fan and the restroom is broke. Is that something that can be fixed? Yes, we will fix your fan. So things like that. If I could go back, if I did all my research, if I knew what I knew now and did my research, there would be a few things that I would not have accepted in our as-is contract. For example, I would not have accepted not having an exit sign above our door. When doing our licensing and permits, I realized and was informed that you have to have an exit sign. This one did not have it. I reached out. They said, well, it was as is, so you're responsible for getting it installed, you're responsible for paying for it, doing all that thing. So we had to buy the sign, pay someone to install it, do everything we had to do. If I would have just tried to negotiate that, maybe they would have did it for us, since it is required by the fire marshal. So new ceiling tiles, I noticed that there was a few ceiling tiles that were kind of soiled, and I said, can we get those replaced? Yeah, we can get those replaced. Perfect. Those are things that I didn't know. Like, hey, you don't know until you ask. So always be sure to ask. New floors, like I mentioned before, we asked for new floors, which was not approved because there was a give and take. They're like, well, if you want these walls, you want these windows, you want this, you want that, we can't do that and give you new floors. And we were like, okay, well, we'd rather have the wall with the window and the door. The floors, we'll just figure that out at another time. We did end up leaving that retail location and coming to another one, which is another story, but the floors in here are perfect. So that actually worked out. So in conclusion, always negotiate. The property managers are willing to negotiate, so always keep that in mind. Just to kind of wrap up our part 2 here, ask about the free build out, ask about if there's a budget, ask about the sign. do your research on CAM, the common area maintenance, and do your research on permits, what your fire marshal is requiring of this building to see if you can get that negotiated in your contract. So thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment down below if you have any more questions. I'm 100% here if you need anything. We will continue this series. I have more information that I wanted to share with you guys. So please stay tuned and I'll see you next time. Bye.